Today we're going to talk about a topic that is near and dear to my heart, and that is sleep. So for a really long time, I was not a good sleeper. We put all these labels on ourselves. I wasn't a good sleeper as a kid. I had an overactive mind. I would wake up and I'd go over my to-do list and things like that. All stuff that is meaningless and I could never do anything about it. And it would pretty much ruin my next morning and my next day because I'd be grumpy. I would want to eat sugar. I'd want to eat caffeine just to kind of get myself up for the day because I felt so tired. So sleep is vitally important, not just for the health of our body, but also for weight loss, which is one of the things that people either they don't really necessarily understand, but it's starting to come out more and more, the links between things like sleep, recovery, stress reduction, and then overall reduced risk of lifestyle diseases. The reason being is that our body needs to not only recharge, but it needs to shut off and it needs to have time to take care of itself. And when we're always in a heightened state, from looking at screens, from looking at the news, and having different stressors, including exercise, which is a stress, but really I'm talking about things like upsetting things in our day or things that are ongoing, like things that we're thinking about with work, with friends, with our relationships, all that kind of stuff. So there are 5 different things that you can do, slowly working towards to make habits in order to improve your sleep. The first one being having a ritual. So every night you should try and go to sleep around the same time and you should try and wake up the same time in the morning. That might seem like something that's far away right now if you're not used to doing that, but again, all of this stuff is habitual. Your body works on habits, so you can slowly work towards having this. So it might be taking a warm shower at night, it might be reading a book at night, maybe doing some breathing before you go to sleep, having a time when you start to wind down and get ready for sleep. So that's number 1. Number 2 is having a cool room. So our bodies like to be cool to induce sleep. And so that's one of the things that you can do in the evening. You can try and control it in a number of different ways. If it's really hot out where you are, you can take a cool shower, before going to sleep. Number 3, it's going to be limiting caffeine in the afternoon. So caffeine stays in our body for a pretty long period of time after we drink it. And so that can be something that if you're someone that drinks a lot of caffeine, it actually accumulates and then it slowly leaves your body. So that's something that you can regulate, and just watching and seeing maybe no caffeine after 2 p.m. is something that I've heard as a recommendation. If you're drinking caffeine at 2 a.m., that's a problem. 2 p.m. The next is going to be screen time. So I've heard a number of different recommendations for this. You have to see what's feasible for you. Screen time includes any screens, including your phones, which it's also a recommendation not to have in your bedroom. But between 1 and 2 hours before you go to bed, limiting screen time. So again, that's something that you can work towards, but introducing some different things in your life, maybe reading, having time with a partner or a friend or roommate at home or whatever, journaling, anything that is going to kind of help you to stay away from looking at screens and then going right to bed where your mind is still stimulated. And then the last one is going to be, let me think about what the last one is. I keep forgetting this. We have rituals, we have caffeine, we have cool room. Oh yeah, the last one's going to be working out. So the last one's going to be working out because stress accumulates in our body, not just in our mind. And so, but our body does a better job of taking care of it and getting rid of it. So any type of movement throughout the day is going to help. When you have movement on a more regular basis, you're going to reduce that accumulative stress that's in your body. You're going to feel better, you're going to look better, you're going to have more energy, and you're going to sleep better. On days when you can, get a rigorous workout in. I've had people come in and say, oh, I haven't slept like that in weeks. I'm so happy that I was able to come in and make a really good effort tonight and do the best I can and push myself a little bit. So keeping those things in mind, that they all work together. Exercise, sleep, nutrition, but sleep is something that's left out a lot, and it's assumed that it's like a personality thing, that we are sleepers or not sleepers, when really it's a habitual thing. It's what have you been practicing over and over again, oftentimes for years and years and years, that creates your kind of sleep identity, I call it. But those things can actually be changed slowly over time. You just have to put some time and effort into it. I hope that helps.